Tickle on the tum. Tickle on the what? Look down, there's Tickle Town. And there's the River Tom. Tickle on the tum. Oh yeah, tickle on the tum.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Lily.
What a lovely day it is today, Ralph.
It certainly is, but you're a bit early, aren't you? Surely the children aren't out of school yet.
No, they're not out yet. Today's my day to go and help at the school playground with the Learn to Ride a Bike class. I enjoy it. Yes, I'm very pleased with that. It's my idea.
Yeah, I've heard of the classes, but what gave you the idea for them?
Well, you see, it happened about 3 months ago. You know, a lot of people in Tickle have bikes. Mickey Moon, the paper boy, has one that belonged to his cousin Tom. But now he's saving up for a cross-country racing bike. That's why he does a paper round every morning, to earn the money to buy one. Now, young Bertie Barlow got his new bike for his birthday. One of those modern things with red tires, thick red spokes in the wheel, and crash pads all over the frame. All done up posh. He was on his birthday in a special ride-your-bike suit and a bright blue crash helmet with a gold star on the front. Looked like something from outer space, if you ask me. But then, that's the fashion these days, isn't it? Well, for a start, Bertie Barlow couldn't even ride the bike when he first got it. There he was, all dressed up, and he couldn't move an inch unless his dad walked behind, holding on to the saddle. Still, everybody's got to learn. That's what I always say. Bertie Barlow and his dad went up and down the pavement about 114 times the first day. Back and forth, up and down they went, until poor Mr. Barlow was tired out. By the end of the day, Bertie could ride his bike, in a wibbly-wobbly sort of way. So poor Mr. Barlow staggered off home for a rest. Bertie wobbled up and down the pavement on his own, fell off a few times, but got right back on the bike and kept going, which was all very well for him. But what about everybody else on the pavement? I'm standing on the corner of Market Street with my lollipop when Bertie flies past me and finishes up in the doorway of the bank. Then he backs out of the bank, wobbles past the bookshop, and falls off at the corner. He pushes his bike across Gaggle Way and gets on it again. But as he goes past the butcher's, oh dear, there's Granny Gribble just stepping out of the shop with some sausages for her tea. Well, I couldn't bear to look. Covered my eyes and went all cold, I did, when I finally plucked up courage to have a peep. There's Granny Gribble leaning on the butcher's window, looking all shocked, while young Bertie wobbles off down Gaggle Way with a string of best pork sausages trailing from his back wheel. Well, I'd had enough. Go somewhere else, Bertie Barlow, I shouted. This pavement's too busy for you and your bike. But by the time I'd calmed Granny Gribble down, who should come over the hill, middle of the road, wibble wobble, legs stuck out at the sides, mouth wide open, shouting, "Geronimo!" with a double-decker bus coming up behind him. That's right, Bertie Barlow, king of the road. Well, I rushed out into the road with my lollipop. All the traffic skidded to a halt, and I dragged Bertie Barlow and his bike onto the pavement. "It's not fair," said Bertie. "You won't let me ride my bike anywhere." And he looked so sad, I began to feel sorry for him. "Look," I said, "you've got to find somewhere that's not busy, somewhere near your own house or on a quiet street. You can't ride on the pavement outside the shops because you'll hurt people. And you can't ride on the road because you'll get hurt yourself. And the little birthday boy walked off, pushing his lovely new bike home. Well, I thought and thought about this. And the very next day, I got together with the teacher, Miss Marker, and Connie Caper, the policewoman, and we decided to have bike riding classes in the school playground. The children learn how to ride without wobbling, how to give hand signals, how to turn corners safely, and they have lots of fun learning. Bertie Barlow has his safe bike rider certificate now, framed and hung over his bed. Can you ride a bike, Danny?
Well, I haven't ridden one for a couple of years, but I used to be quite good.
Oh, come on. Once you learn, you never forget. And it's great fun as well.
That's true.
Right.
You know, Winnie the postwoman, she can ride all the way up Tickle Hill.
And even Mickey Moon can't do that.
Oh, come on, you have a little practice on Winnie's bike.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Right. Oh.
You all right?
Oh, I'm not so sure about this.
Want some help?
Have a little go out in the yard then.
Right. Whee! Hey, it's great.
Marvelous.
It's great fun. I'll have another practice later.
Give us a hand with the tickle mail, will you, Lily?
Oh, lovely. Can I tell you a joke?
Yeah, please.
Bertie Barlow told me this joke. What is the hardest thing about learning to ride a bicycle?
I don't know. What is the hardest thing about learning to ride a bicycle?
The pavement.
That's right.
Can I read first?
No, here we are.
Really,
This
really
one's
want you to put
first.
those out first.
This one's from Stephen Orford from Hamlet School, St Helens. How do you spell hungry horse in 4 letters?
I don't know. How do you spell hungry horse with 4 letters?
MTGG. MTGG.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. Here's one from Rachel Peters from Haslington in Rossendale, and she says, what do you call a camel with 3 humps?
I don't know. What do you call a camel with 3 humps?
Humphrey.
Oh,
Terrific, eh?
Thank
you,
give
Bishop.
me a horrible one. What is this? Sinead?
Sinead.
Sinead. From Sinead Gracie at St. Cuthbert's School, Carlisle. What did the scarf say to the hat?
I don't know.
No.
What did the scarf say to the hat?
You go on ahead while I hang around.
And this one's from Scott Williamson, Bellsbrae School, Shetland. And he says, what did one queen bee say to the other queen bee?
I don't know. What did one queen bee say to the other queen bee?
Mind your own bee's nest.
That's quite good. I like that. I think that's pretty good. When you come out of school, who's there? Who is the first grown-up you meet? It may be mum or dad or someone else. Perhaps a neighbor who lives down your street. But there's someone else. Someone who sees us all safely across the road. Come rain or shine, or when it's snow or when it's fine, the lollipop lady helps us to get back safely home. For she's always on the crossing in her cap and overall. You mustn't step into the road until she gives the call. Then she lifts up her arm and she makes the traffic stop. How does she do it? With a lollipop. Oh, lily, lolly, 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 lily, lolly, 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 lily, lolly, 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 lady. Lily, lolly, 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 lily, lolly, 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 lily, lolly, 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 lady. Lily, lolly, 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 lily, lolly, 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 lily, the lollipop lady. Oh, lily, lolly, 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 lily, the lollipop lady. If you ever want to cross the road, look for a space that you can see. Look to the right and to the left and up and down. And listen out for cars most carefully. Then if it's clear and if it's safe for you to get across the road, or walk, don't run with dad or mum or anyone else or the lollipop lady. And don't forget your green cross code, because she's always on the crossing in her cap and overall. You mustn't step into the road until she gives the call. Then she lifts up her arm and she makes the traffic stop. How does she do it? With a lollipop. Oh, lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lady. Lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lily pop lady. Lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lily the lollipop lady. Oh, lily lolly 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 lily lolly lolly lily lolly 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 lily lolly lolly lily lily the lollipop lady. Oh, then she lifts up her arm and she makes the traffic stop. How does she do it with a lollipop? Lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lily the lollipop lady. Lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lady. Lily lolly 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 lily lolly 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 lily the lollipop lady.